But I'll start out like we started our radio show. I'm so proud and so happy that our student body came. It's been so long here. Because they were part of something, and now hopefully they'll want to be part of more. Like our team, they want to be part of more. We reflect back to the Vegas game in the locker room, a really disappointed team. And so I tried to put on the board, you know, you've won 3 last second, with 2 seconds to go, 3 last second games this year. You've lost 5. Digger and Dick might be talking about you if you'd have won 3 or 4 of those, but you didn't. Maybe there's a rainbow out there. Little did I know it would be tonight, but maybe there's a rainbow out there for you guys, because if there ever was a team that I've been part of, they deserve it. They represent us like you're supposed to be represented in the classroom, off the floor, and by God, they play as well as any team that I've been around in 40 years. Only comment of the game I have is I thought as the game went on, I thought we actually took a lot less risks. And I thought San Diego State started to take more risks. So even in some very ugly possessions, we had a find. Like late in the possession, we found a Derrick, or we found a Nance, or Sobey gets a drive dunk where I think it was more their risk than it was our offense. But we'll take it, and hopefully they can savor it. They're a little bit upset with the coach when he came in the locker room because he wasn't smiling. So I told him I'll smile. I said, you savor this. Share it with the people you love. Tomorrow's an off day, which I'm not happy about, but enjoy it. And then we got to flip the page. We got to do what you did in those 5 disappointing losses. You got to put it in the rearview mirror Thursday and get on the road and steal another road game.
Larry, I thought, you've played a lot of zone this season, but it seemed like, you started in man, but when you switched to zone there in the first half, that seemed to frustrate them, and then you guys were able to kind of get a lead and take it. So was the switch to the zone really a big key in the part of the game?
The switch to the zone was because I got so upset that they were offensive rebounding, and I thought we could control that. We didn't control it any better. But what we did do was break their rhythm a little bit, and we made them more a perimeter shooting team than a driving foul shooting team. So I think that helped, but we never could control them on the glass. They're monsters on the glass.
Coach, what about the start of the second half? It seemed like everything was attacking the rim.
Well, again, we wanted to attack the rim. They're a difficult team. They've got 2 really good rim protectors. But I think it was more, as I said, a risk here and there at the end of the possession where we would find, because we're a very unselfish team, and we would find a teammate. I can't really say it was a beautiful offense, but it was really good finds by our players. Larry Nance had 3 or 4 assists in a row, I think.
Coach, just how does this one feel? You talk about how much you like these guys in this group. For them to get a payoff like this, for you to get a win like this, after being out for a while, just how much satisfaction you get from a payoff like this?
Yeah, it's like a good bottle of wine. It gets better with age. So this one's better than the one 17 years ago, just because we've been around. But this is a special team. This team hasn't been recognized as a special team because they played so well, but people get so wrapped up in the last seconds. This team's been there every game. Like I told you the other day, if it was a soccer team, we'd be in second place 4-1 with 3 ties. Now 5-1. But we don't have ties.
What is this game? This game obviously is a win, but like you said, this whole season of competing, what does it say about the direction of the program, where you've been able to do this and sustain it?
It's a notch. It's more a notch for these kids. Like I said, I'm so happy for them. A couple of these guys aren't even going to be with us in 4 weeks anymore. But things go in stages. Usually when things don't and they happen real fast, things are a little peculiar. So we'll stay the course. Like I said, we'll savor this tonight, and then the coaches will get back to work tomorrow morning, and the guys will be back on the floor Thursday.
Coach, was there something that you did defensively to frustrate Xavier things?
No, you know, Xavier had a tough game. He's the best player in our league, and he's earned that respect by every coach in our league. He didn't have a good shooting night. The only thing we could do with about 7 minutes to go is we tried to switch out our guards on that screen that we were having trouble with. But nonetheless, he still missed a couple of shots that he usually makes, so we dodged a bullet there. Great player, great young man.